Hey guys, so the COVID numbers in Japan have been going down over the last few weeks, but obviously the mask wearing and the alcohol washing and all the rest of it's still been going on, so we've been very careful. But despite that, a few days ago I started to develop a cough, a suspicious cough. So at that time I isolated myself from my family because I suspected I knew what it was going to be. And then soon it came into the top of my chest. So those of you who haven't experienced this yet, um, you sort of know it's a respiratory thing because it's really in the top of the chest, and it got quite heavy and hard to breathe and coughing and really sore throat, bit of a headache. So I've been vaccinated. I've already been vaccinated a couple of times, and I'm actually due for a booster in a couple of weeks, but didn't get there yet. So yeah, it's COVID, and then um, the kids came down with the symptoms over the last couple of days too. So obviously they got it before I isolated from them. So you don't know when you've got it. When your symptoms come in, it can be you've already had it for a while, of course, right? So probably gave it to them already before I isolated from them. So it's pretty horrible. So as far as videos, just letting you know, I've already got some already made. Obviously it's going to limit my movement, so there's some videos already made, already to go out. So they'll still get posted. Might give you updates on this COVID thing because it might be interesting to see what happens, because Japan being what it is, everything's really robotic. Some countries, when you catch it, you can just stay home and self-isolate it, and that's sort of the end of it. But here it's a notifiable thing, so you've got to register, and I'll probably have to go to the clinic even though I don't really want to. Don't sort of see the point. I feel like I'm through the worst of it. I had a fever, and then the fever went back down again, and a couple of days ago was the sickest, and then I'm feeling a bit better from then, so I feel like I'm through the worst of it, but they'll probably insist that I go to a clinic somewhere. So there's been some discussions. The Japanese adult in the house, her thinking on these things is different because she's Japanese, so she tends to be really conformist. You've got to do what everybody's doing, sort of thing. My thinking is leaving the house and going off to a clinic somewhere is a waste of time. There's no real need. I don't really need anything. I've got throat spray to take away the pain in the throat, and I've got pain pills to take away the pain, so I don't see the point in going anywhere, but I might have to, so if I do, I'll make a video about that. But yeah, there's some videos already made about different things that I'll be able to release just to keep you guys entertained. Um, from a logistical point of view, obviously the kids aren't too bad. They're feeling pretty crappy, but they're not too bad. It doesn't seem to get them as heavily. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it doesn't seem to get them as heavily as it gets adults. So they feel pretty crappy, but they're not too bad. But from a logistical point of view, this is just terrible timing because over the last couple of months, we lost a few PayPal supporters and a few Patreon supporters for the channel because of COVID, and actually because of the Russia-Ukraine thing too. Some of our biggest supporters are actually Russian, and their ruble dropped to a cent a ruble or something, so we've lost those guys. And because of COVID, either directly or indirectly, people losing their jobs or people income dropping. So over the last couple of months, the support for the channel dropped down pretty badly. So I've been going hard, working as hard as I could to try and keep enough income coming in to pay the bills. And now I can't leave the house for 7 to 10 days, and I don't get sick pay or anything, holiday pay or any of that. If I don't work, I don't get paid. So the timing's just atrocious. Right behind you on the wall there, in March and April we get all our tax bills for the house and for the city tax and all the health insurance and kindergarten fees and school fees and all the rest of that stuff. March and April all turns up, so the corkboard on the wall behind you there is covered in bills. So it's like, oh no, because this thing, for us, we'll be okay. We'll get over it. Another week or 10 days or something, we'll be back doing our things, but the timing's just terrible. So look, just on that before I go, I've got to say this. Anybody who's on PayPal or Patreon already wants to step up your support for the channel, or anybody that's not on there already who wants to support it, there's always links underneath every video. Because what this does mean, of course, is I can't go very many places, but it means I'll be able to spend some more time making videos. So there's the upside. It's hard to get new footage. Hopefully something really interesting will happen next door, at the old place next door. Actually, just to give you a look, here's an opportunity for you. This is why I always know what's going on next door. Have a look at this. There it is there, look. Right there. Right through there it is. You can see there's not a lot happening. There's not a lot happening. It's the slowest moving building site in Japan, that one. In the time that they've been faffing around, the 3 months they've been faffing around just doing that much, we've seen whole houses built and put up for sale and people moving in other places nearby. So I'll be keeping an eye on that place, hoping something interesting will happen, because I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I've got the camera and I'm ready for it. So yeah, just before I go, if you're not on Patreon or PayPal already, and you want to support the channel, please, please think about doing that. That'd be a really good thing. Other than that, it's not going to really affect what we're doing terribly much. We just have got to wait. Can't go anywhere for 7 to 10 days. And then it'll be back to normal again. I keep files with all sorts of random video in there. The idea is collect video on different topics and then make it, edit it together. So I'll be going through that to see if there's some there that have got enough footage to do. So I'll do my best to put as much time as I can into making videos about stuff for you guys. I try and avoid talking too much. This thing comes with a really sore throat, so it does make talking a bit difficult. So anyway, that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. It was sort of inevitable, wasn't it? Statistically, it's inevitable. Some people have the thinking that ultimately we'll all end up catching this thing. So I don't know about all that, but we've caught it. So anyway, we know what that's like now. So more videos coming soon.